In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about Go anatomy, about syntax, formatting, reserved keywords, and more standards to get you familiar with. Let's start with the file naming and extension. The extension of file is very obvious. You may have guessed it. It's .go. So any file in the Go project must end with the .go extension. Naming your Go file should be lowercase, and if there is more than one word, you need to use underscore to separate the words. Here's the example. If we want to have hello.go, we can create it like this. And if we have hello world, we should use underscore. Okay, so let's open up one of these files. At the beginning of the file, we need to define our package name by using package keyword followed by the name. So it's going to be package main. Like any other programming language, we can import external libraries, which called packages in Go. To import packages in Go, we need to use the import keyword followed by double quotes, the name of the package, and ending with the double quotes. So here is the built-in library that I'm calling it. That is for importing a single package, and if we need to import multiple packages, we can use parentheses like so. So we open up parentheses, name of the packages, and then close it. If we want to make executable program, we need to have main function. This is Go standard. The compiler will look for main function before any other function. So here is the main function. So functions defined by func keyword, as you can see. So if I save my file right now, the imports will all gone because of the plugin that I'm using in Win. So this automatically remove the imports packages that is not being used in the code. So in Go, you cannot import packages or libraries that you're not going to use. So this plugin is helping to clean up. Otherwise, you get the compile error. So here is the hello that going to print on the terminal. So the moment I save this, the filmed package is going to import to this file. And also, if I want to have time, as you can see, it's going to automatically import multiple packages for me. So these two are being used. Now let's talk about the naming convention in Go. Naming conventions in Go suggested using mixed caps, in other words, camel case, instead of using underscore for multi-word names, which are called snake case. The accessibility of variables or functions in Go is based on the first character of the variable. That means if the first letter of the function or the variable name is uppercase, you can access that function or variable from external packages. And if it's lowercase, it's already isolated from other packages and you cannot import or use it from external package. So here is the very obvious example of this. So when we import from the package, we start with the uppercase print, so print ln. So this function is accessible from my main package, so which is considered as external package to filmed package. So that's why we can use it. But if it was lowercase, it wasn't able to import or use it in the external package. If you're making a package that has some internal functions or variables for internal use, we can start with the lowercase letter so the external packages cannot access or manipulate the values. So to choose a name for a variable, function, struct, or constants, suggested choosing a single word name for better readability. If needed multi-words, better follow the camel case style. Let's say we have a variable that holds a student's age. So instead of defining the variable name like very simple where student age, better to use camel case. And this is still can be optimized a little bit in in this very simple program that actually you don't need to have two words, so we can change it to just age. All right, so that was very basic of the naming convention in Go. Now let's talk about the comments. So you may know commenting is very important when you're working with the team or a complex project. Almost every single programming language has its comment syntax. Golang follows C-style commenting. So that was slashes for commenting single line and slash asterisk for the beginning and asterisk slash for the ending for the multiple line to comment. In Go, we cannot use 25 keywords which are known as reserved keywords. Here are those 25 keywords. Break, case, chain, continue, default, differ, else, so on and so forth. So we cannot use all these things because reserved in Go programming language. So now let's run this simple program to see how to run Go. So to run Go file, we need to start with the Go command, of course, and then followed by run, and then the file that you want to run it. In this case, is hello.go. Here you go. We have the string that starts with hello and the time now, which is the function that we use. Now let's talk about formatting. There's no indent rule like Python, but it's recommended to indent in your source code. In Go, we let the machine take care of the formatting called the GoFont program, which formats your source code. GoFonts read a Go program and emits a source in a standard style of indentation vertical alignment. Keep the comments style or reformat it if it's necessary. So now I'm going to create a very basic and non-standard Go program file. Basically, I just created format.go and wrote a simple function that prints some strings. Let's see how is the file content. As you can see, there is no proper format for this Go program. I'm gonna run the go font command, which is going to format the source code. Well, we get an error that complains about missing the Go mod file. I'm going to cover Go modules in another video, but for now, let's create a Go module file to make the Go font command run. So now we can run Go font. You can see the output displays format.go. That means this file has been formatted properly. Let's take a look at the content. Here you go. It's already formatted, indented, and it's very easy to read right now. So let's run it to see whether it can run. And yes, it's working. Anyway, if there is no format, no indentation, no proper standard formatting in the source code, still the Go compiler can compile and run the program. Before ending this video, I want to mention that there are some editor plugins and IDEs for Go to use to become more productive. You can go to this URL. I will leave this URL in the description. So on this page, you can find more about your editor or IDE plugins, and you can use it. Personally, I'm using Vim and installed the Vim-Go plugin. The plugin formats my source code every time I save it. Displays error after building the Go file using the plugin. Um, Features in these plugins are a lot. I just mentioned very few of them. So yeah, thanks for watching.